shades on with frostbites. Look at the tourists, look at the tourists, look at the tourists. There's always tourists.
Welcome to Copenhagen, Denmark. This city is packed with history, secrets, and jaw-dropping sights. And today we're diving into the best of the best. This is going to be epic.
Oh yeah. How crazy is this?
Starting off in Nyhavn, the most Instagrammable spot, is one of Copenhagen's most iconic spots, known for its colorful 17th century townhouses, lively atmosphere, and historical charm. Built in the 1670s as a canal to link the harbor to the city, it was once Copenhagen's red light district filled with brothels. And yeah, the famous fairy tale writer that wrote The Little Mermaid used to live here. Now is the perfect spot to grab a beer by the canal.
How crazy would it be back in the day? You know, you live up there on the third floor, wherever, second floor, and then this place is just full of like Merchants and pirates coming back with like a whole bunch of shit.
Copenhagen started as a Viking trading hub called Haven in the 10th century. In 1167, Bishop Absalon built a fortress sparking the city's growth into Copenhagen, which meant Merchants Harbor.
Alright, let's take a little walk around this.
Christianberg Palace. This isn't just a palace, it's Denmark's power hub. The Parliament, Supreme Court, the royal reception rooms where the Queen entertains royal leaders, and Prime Minister's office are all here. And underneath the palace, there are actual ruins of a medieval castle.
This is nice. It's just freezing right now.
Borgsen is one of the oldest buildings in Copenhagen and was originally the stock exchange. But check out the insane tower. It's made of 4 dragon tails twisted together. Legend has it that these dragons protected the building from enemy attacks. So far, no Viking attacks, so I guess it works. Marienborg Palace, home to the Danish royal family. And if you time it right, at noon every day, you can watch the guards march in their fancy uniforms. By the 13th century, Copenhagen was a key trading city, but faced attacks from the Hanseatic League. In 1416, King Erik took control, and by 1443, it became Denmark's capital. Next up, Rosenborg Castle. Built in the early 1600s, this place is a royal treasure chest. Inside, you'll find Denmark's crown jewels, including the actual crowns worn by the kings and queens. King Christian IV transformed the city with landmarks like the Round Tower and Rosenborg Castle.
This is nice. Lions got my back. This is nice.
Copenhagen is full of amazing sculptures, and nearby Echo is one of them. This beauty symbolizes the Greek myth of Echo, who could only repeat words spoken to her. And also nearby, we have the Viggo Orup statue dedicated to a journalist and politician who fought for democracy. What a power duo with these two statues.
Alright, let's go around and see what else.
Copenhagen City Hall is a stunner. The City Hall even has a clock more precise than Big Ben. Inside you'll find the world's oldest working astronomical clock. The square outside is where major events and protests happen. Copenhagen thrived with culture and education, but faced British bombardments in 1801 and 1807 during the Neapolitan Wars. It quickly rebounded, opening Tivoli Gardens in 1843. One of the oldest amusement parks in the world, with roller coasters, concerts, and magical lights, it's a pure joy. Even Walt Disney was inspired by Tivoli Gardens. Fun and historical.
Oh, that's the thing. Lego was created here in Denmark. That's just a myth. I don't know if it's true. Why do we have Legoland in Florida then, huh? Do you guys have Legoland? Was it here first?
Once home to the nobility, Oddfellow Palace now hosts fancy events. Fun fact, Mozart's son lived here for a bit.
So here in Copenhagen, The streets are wider than I would say even more. They're more wider than even in Spain. I know the Germans were here, but did everything get flattened out here? Like
The city expanded, but in 1940, Nazi Germany occupied Copenhagen. In 1943, thousands of Danish Jews escaped to Sweden, and by 1945, the city was liberated. Frederick's Church, also known as the Marble Church, has the biggest church dome in Scandinavia. And St. Alexander Nevsky Church is a little Russian Orthodox gem in the city.
Alright, things to see here in Copenhagen.
The Royal Danish Opera House is one of the world's most expensive opera house, probably because of its insane harbor view. The Royal Library is the biggest in the Nordic countries. The new extension, called the Black Diamond, is a modern masterpiece reflecting the waterfront. And get this, some books here are from the 1500s. Feeling adventurous and want the best city views? Climb the Stairway to Heaven. It's an incredible spot where you can see Copenhagen's skyline like never before. Absolutely worth the leg workout. Today, Copenhagen is known for its sustainability, bike-friendly and green energy, its architecture, a mix of old and new, its food scene, home to the world-famous Noma, and its innovation, a tech and design hub. Copenhagen is super green with one of the world's largest offshore wind farms. This offshore wind farm powers thousands of homes. Talk about clean energy goals. It shows Denmark's mix of beauty and sustainability.
How does everybody in these apartment buildings feel about that blowing right behind them?
Time for something wild. Christiania is a self-proclaimed free town with its own rules. No cars, no hard drugs, and is home to some of the coolest street work you'll ever see. It started as a hippie community in the 1970s and today is an artistic, colorful, and slightly rebellious paradise.
What type of voodoo shit is this?
Did you know Copenhagen has a giant hidden troll? Meet Green George. He's made entirely of recycled wood. He's part of a global troll project, blending art with sustainability.
Christiania. Well, marijuana's not legal, but the cops don't do anything. That's why they call it a free city. Christiania Bridge. No, Christian Bridge, I don't know what. It's a little different though. Or maybe he's crying. He's crying because he peed on his balls. Everything makes sense now.
Copenhagen's got its own David statue, a copy of Michelangelo's masterpiece.
Why don't we even have him here in Copenhagen? Interesting, right? Everybody loves the Italians.
The Geffen fountains, it tells the legend of how Denmark was created by a goddess who plowed the land using 4 powerful oxen. These statues honor Denmark's beloved royals, with Frederick IX known as the Sailor King. Of course, we cannot skip the Little Mermaid. This teeny statue is one of the most visited landmarks in the world. The famous bronze statue inspired by the fairy tale was unveiled in 1913. It was a gift to the city. The sculptor created it using his wife as the model for the mermaid's body. The statue sits on a rock, attracting millions of visitors. Despite being small, it's one of Copenhagen's most iconic landmarks. Over the years, it's been vandalized multiple times, losing its head and being painted, but always restored. Yet it remains a beloved symbol of Copenhagen.
Say goodbye to Ariel. Bye, Ariel. Look how gorgeous it is. These are the roofs. They got McDonald's. They have all types of shop, but they don't.
Copenhagen's main train station. If you're arriving or leaving, this is your gateway to adventure, connecting Denmark to the rest of Europe. From Viking roots to a modern metropolis, Copenhagen keeps evolving while honoring its past.
But the Danish, I'm gonna tell you something, like the Danish culture, language, architecture, history, women. Ooh. Loving it. Loving it.
And that's Copenhagen. From fairy tales to modern magic, this city has it all. Which place blew your mind the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing adventures. See you in the next video. Arrivederci, ragazzi.
City. I do see myself living here. Nah, fuck that. This code is something else. God, is that how big the tallest guy in the world is? Bro, I will fight him. He will step on me and kill me. That motherfucker. That's the real super big Mario. His name was Mario, so thank God. Bro, I'm big as fuck, and I'm at perfect level to just punch him in the nuts. And something tells me that's not even his real height. Like, something tells me he's even taller. Fuck that. Crazy.